I'm Brian Jodas, 43. Hello, Kitty. Oh, look at this guy.
And I'm Jamie Roseborough, 41, Rapido. And this is the F3 Circle of Trust.
From the F3 Nation Podcast Studios.
I've just been handed an urgent and horrifying news story. And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
This is the COT Podcast, connecting the packs of F3 Nation through fitness, fellowship, and faith.
Andrew Maggio, 35, Wirebiter.
Mike Kirkos, 35, Saganaki.
Michael Barrett, 40, Rep Sleepy.
Peter Ranky, 63, Bambi.
COT Podcast starts right now.
Shut up and sit down.
Back and coming at you for an episode live of the F3 Circle of Trust, your boy, Hello Kitty. And oh, if you're watching live or watching on the replay, a very festive Rapido and like an idiot. I'm an idiot. I got Christmas sweaters out the wazoo and just came dressed as the man in black today. So thanks for carrying the festivities, amigo.
Well, I threw this together last minute. You're not at home. I'm at home. We had the Christmas party last night, the Carpex Christmas party, which was
more on that. More on that in a matter.
More on that later. And I thought I was more like professional festive last night. And so I thought to myself, now's the time. It's probably one of the last shows, if not the last show of this calendar year, depending on how things shake out in the next couple of weeks. And I thought, what better way? We're going live. I'm going to get festive.
You look outstanding. You were in a Christmas business cash last night. Beautiful sweater.
Thank you.
Nice shirt. Very sensible. I was wearing the women's XX Hello Kitty sweatshirt that I got from the Walmart. And so I went in the opposite direction and noticed when I put it on, the sleeves were a little, so it was like a little 3/4 length there, but they were super baggy. It was outstanding.
Did they have shoulder pads?
Sand shoulder pad. Yeah, doing some shoulder work though. Your boys been trying to get a little lift in. So
I know I'm digging this hood and this.
You like this, man? Like, a little something.
Little gang jacket you got on here.
Tough guy. Yeah.
You got
rockers
on the back. You Hell's Angels now.
I think
my son's a bootlegger.
I'm an enigma
wrapped in a riddle.
I think this will be our last show of the calendar year. So excited to hang out with you guys. And thus we threw out the bat signal to the F3 Nation that we would be live. And here we are as we are joined to talk about news that we're seeing and hearing around the F3 Nation. But we thought on this sort of last show before Christmas, last show of the calendar year for us before we're back in the new year, going to shut her down, recharge the old batteries, that we'd open the phone lines up. And so we've got guys waiting in the wings to join us and talk about what's going on in their region 24, maybe what they're excited about in 2025. But before we do that, let's go through the standard operating procedures of thanking those who help make this show possible. And you need to look no further than f3gear.com. It is your official source for F3 gear and apparel. You know it, guys. You wear it daily in the gloom and outside of the gloom. I'm wearing F3 socks right now. And not only is the gear built for you and built to withstand the toughest beatdowns, but a portion of all sales go to benefit F3 Nation because F3 Nation owns the gear store and Mud Gear is that main sponsor. And guys, just between us, between me, you, Rapido, and the lamppost, don't tell them I told you this. But if you go to the clearance section now, it's not going to be advertised until later. So you got to be a COT exclusive listener. If you go to the gear store now, f3gear.com, and you click on the little menu where it says clearance, there's a bunch of really cool stuff for 50% off. Like you can get a Yeti tumbler for like $12, bro. What? You can get a new coffee mug for like $6.
I'm writing
this down. Really good stuff for 50% off through the end of the year.
Let me tell you how much M would love one more Yeti in the house.
Well, listen, it's not too late to have more F3 gear make its way to you. So go to f3gear.com and go check that clearance page out while you're there for sure, because there's some good stuff there that you're getting good deals. Oh, you know that team at F3 Gear constantly building new partnerships to bring the packs the latest and greatest, and really new exciting news from F3 Gear in the new year. So stay tuned.
Oh, teaser.
Oh, yeah. Little Ebba teaser Scrooge. Wow. And of course, I'm always thankful for the folks at Momentous, livemomentous.com. I've got a code you can use, Brian J. Save a little cash there on, whey protein, creatine, vitamins, everything you need for health and wellness. Get you performing at your best all under one roof. And so go there and we can make that happen. Let's see if anybody's checking in from the social media accounts, because that's the beauty of watching us live. There he is, none other than Schlitz himself. Says that drip is fire, Rapido.
Thank you, sir. Miss your face. Hope you're doing well, buddy.
He's got a great face and a great beard. Merry Christmas to you, Schlitz. And if you are watching us on Facebook or YouTube, drop a comment in here. We can read it live on the air. It's been a while since we've been live, so it's nice to.
Yeah, it's good to be back in the live saddle.
Back in the saddle again. Which probably should never do that again. My brother, you mentioned it.
Yeah.
Aforementioned F3 Carpex Christmas party. I assume that F3 regions across the nation, nay, the world, are probably getting the guys together for holiday Christmas parties. What's been very interesting for us locally, as you guys have heard documented on these very airwaves, has locally been that starfish, right? Of going from one big region with a bunch of dudes to 4 now with South Cary and Peak City and Green Level and then sort of Carpex OG. And so that has meant that we've kind of split up that partay where we might have had 200 guys plus M's in the mix. Last night, we probably had more like 50 guys plus M's in the mix, but it was a great.
How many tables were there? There were 8 tops, 10 tops. There's at least 8 or 10 of those. So yeah, somewhere between 75 and 100, I would think all day.
Right. But a good opportunity to be reminded why we do what we do in the 45 minutes of the gloom for the rest of it. Right. And the rest of the benefits to be with you guys and all that. And, we had some fun and we had a great venue and good food and live music and open concept. As per you, sang a couple songs for the PAX.
Man likes a microphone.
He sure does. He doesn't shy.
Yeah, gave out some Platies. Nantan, old Happy Gilmore did a great job.
Yeah, I love the Platy Awards. What a great
perfect number of Platies. We're not sitting there all night listening to it and go on. And I guess for the PAX at home and abroad, the Platies are literal paper plates with writing on the back.
Yeah, superlatives, right? Yeah. Most likely to do and then fill in the blank of some knucklehead F3 thing.
Exactly.
But not lost in the mix for Carpex, the 2024 Hymn of the Year.
Yes.
Carmen J. Liuzzo, Burt Reynolds, highly deserving.
Highly.
So that was exciting.
Long time coming for that.
I will tell you one of the greatest moments of the Platy Awards last night is we've got a PAX who routinely is either right on time or a minute late. In fact, he's a site queue that starts at 5:32. Yep. And not 5:30, Callahan. But he has had a stellar first F year. Ran his first BRR, 1,000 miles. Right. I mean, he's had a great first F year. And as we're giving out the award, he's not there. And at the last second, and this wasn't planned. It was just by coincidence. He came walking in like as his award was going out. It was outstanding.
Literally, Nantan's in the middle of describing the award without saying his name, like talking about what this award is, what it represents, why he's giving it to this person. And then that person is none other than Callahan. And then he's literally walking through the double doors into the room we were in.
I mean, you can't make this stuff up.
It was amazing.
Can't make this stuff up. Let's see who else is checking in. Red Button here from Las Vegas. What's up, RB?
Another RB. And
good to have you. Thanks for being
RB from LV.
RB from LV. And you know what? Let's go ahead and bring in the nation's general, the other RB, Red Baron, who is our first of the live callers to join us today. And sir, sitting in my kitchen, go Space Force, got the Space Force sweatshirt on, and the general donning the retirement and winter beard.
I love
which is looking really good. So he's out of specs, but he's looking sharp. What's up, RB?
Hey, good to see you guys this morning, Rapido. I mean, that is just
wow.
I don't have any
at a loss, really.
Anyway. It's festive Friday, sir. We were given special permission.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. Looking good. It's a full-time job.
No doubt about that. Well, you're here for a couple of days hanging out before you guys go visit the other F3 PAX bros. And so we got you here for a couple of days. You got to be a +1, +2 for YHC, but +1, +2 with Miss Liz in the mix as well at the Christmas party last night, and good time. And RB got himself in a bit of a shooting match, bit of a dog fight.
I heard, there's Christmas parties going on throughout the entire F3 nation.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. And I just, we knew where the best one was going to be. Mm-hmm. And when you hear that there's a bourbon raffle, you got to come check it out. So plus, this is really my home region. This is where I got named and all that stuff, back in 2017. So it was a fun time there last night for sure.
Yeah, it sure was. It was like two aircrafts up there dogfighting over this last bottle, and Liverpool's M was committed, and they went big. And then RB just he gave the kill shot at the end there.
Yeah.
But we did get to crack it and have a couple sips, and it was delicious.
Yeah, but in all seriousness, this is a big part of why we do what we do. right, to give it away, the invigoration of male community leadership, and being out there in the local community. So everything that you guys brought in last night, and the money that we're laying out for that nice bottle of Knob Creek 25-year anniversary bourbon, which we did crack open and did take a little sample of.
Pretty damn good.
Night. It's really nice.
Yeah.
That all goes to Haven House and Carmen's fundraising here in the Carpix area. And you mentioned it last night. It's good on you guys, and it sets the example, as many regions do. You know, you guys have said you've collected, I think just in this year alone, do I have that right? Over $97,000.
Yep.
Pretty phenomenal. Pretty incredible. And it just shows you. And Dark Helmet talked about it last week when you had him on the COT podcast last week. And I just listened to that in the car driving down yesterday about what we can do when we all come together. And that's what this is really what it's all about. Yeah, we love getting out there in the bloom and the fitness, and we love the fellowship. But it's that faith stuff, and that's that thing about believing in something greater than yourself. Yeah. And last night and making that donation for them, that's a no-brainer. You know, with the work that they're going to do. And it doesn't make any difference where you are, whether you're at home donating that money or you're downrange packs like I was last night. It's not about me. It's about them. And again, what you guys have done. So good on you guys. It was a pleasure to do that. And it was kind of fun going at it with Liverpool's End. You know?
Yeah, sure. It sure was. We were all kind of like, what's going to happen next? How far are they willing to go with this thing?
You know, and I'm looking at her. She's sitting at a table. He's
all the way in the back.
His
like
eyes keep getting bigger. And he's like, no, stop, honey. Stop.
He's like, babe.
Well, I was standing behind you, and at one point when the number got to a certain size, I moved out from behind you, so there would be no mistaking that anything that I did with my hand had somehow
if you
inserted
like
me.
This, the next thing you would have known, it would have been up another $100 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
It was a great time. All right, RB, we're going to chat with a few of these other guys.
All right, I just want to give a shout out to Red Button. I saw him from Vegas.
Yeah.
He, one of our packs, G Money, was just out there over Thanksgiving. And I believe he posted with you, Red.
Boom.
And he spoke highly of it. So G Money's our Nantan. He was out there visiting some future in-laws, I think.
Nice. Yeah.
For Thanksgiving. So thanks for taking care of G Money. He's an awesome dude. You're talking about another high impact man, and what he's doing and leading our. Well, I guess he's not really leading since we don't really have. We do have leaders, but you know how it goes. He's that spiritual advisor.
He's a great Nantan.
But anyway, he's
Weasel Shaker got himself a promotion.
Yeah, but anyway, thanks, Red, for taking care of him. And maybe you can come out, Red Button, and visit us in Snacktown.
Yeah, return the favor. Yeah. All right, RB, we're gonna check in with some other guys. See you in a little bit.
Yeah, I think it's. Let me check my time.
Yep.
Yeah, it's about time for that nap.
Oh yeah,
I'm here to tell you, work way overrated.
Way overrated.
Agreed.
All right, see you in a little bit.
Gotta go.
There's the Nation's General Red Baron checking in. Why don't we check in with some of the guys checking in on the old social media machine here. Pioneer from F3 Batesville, Arkansas in the house.
Batesville, love that.
Cocoon from the Outlands there. Yes, love to see that. Here's our old buddy, the Intimidator. He's liking Red Baron's beard. Yeah, Merry Christmas to you. Yeah. Intimidator as well.
Good to see you, Intimidator.
Money Cat Baton Rouge in the litter box. Meow.
He's got a pain cake in his hand in that photo.
Sure does. Absolutely. Let's see. Let's go back to the phone lines. I mean, that's why we got the guys here. They're dialing live. Our first one that was waiting in the wings before. He's on the mobile studios. He's in a car. First time, long time. Calling from the car phone. It's $2 Chuck from Muletown. What's up, brother?
Hey guys, I'm out here battling the Christmas crazies in Columbia. Everybody's driving around doing last minute shopping.
Yeah, dude, it's a noticeable uptick, right? Yeah. Over the last few days, I'm starting to see it. So I know you're stopped and careful
because nobody's going to work between now and Christmas. So like the next 4 days are going to be bedlam.
If you have anything you need to get to somebody, get it to them in the next. If you're East time zone, get it to them in the next 2 hours, please.
Yeah,
right. Because other all right. So where are you? You're in Columbia, South Carolina.
Columbia, Tennessee.
Oh yeah, Muletown. I knew that was
Muletown.
What's going on over that way, bro? What's 24 been like for you guys?
Man, 24's been good. We saw our second handoff of the Nantan flag going to our guy Carmen Sandiego. Thigh Master had it before that, and both men, high impact men, guys that left their stamp on Muletown and grew it in their own ways. And so it's been really cool to see. You know, as that wave of new leadership comes through, it doesn't waver. It just continues to grow, and just that momentum continues to build, and new guys are coming in all the time. It's been that's been awesome to watch.
How long has Muletown been around, and how long have you been in F3?
So Muletown's been around since 2021.
Cool.
We just
Nice.
celebrated our 3rd anniversary this November. And I was a part. I started in May of 2020.
He freeze for you too, Rapido?
Yeah, he's frozen.
I was wondering if that was mine. He's a little froze town. We'll see if we get him
Town
back here.
instead of
See if we get
Muletown.
him back here. I'm going to do that for a second. Let's check in with the guys that are checking online. $2 hang tight. We'll be right back. There's Bynum from Lanco wishing us a Merry Christmas. Same to you, brother.
Bunyan.
Bunyan. What did I say? Bynum? I think I
Bunyan.
said Bynum. Bunyan. Oh, yeah. Paul Bunyan. Merry Christmas from Speed Trap of F3 Sumter. Same to you, brother.
Love
All
that.
right. We've dialed back in Muletown, and we've dialed back in $2 Chuck, and there he is with the return. Little
There he's
freeze.
right.
We make
Right.
it
Yeah,
work,
but-
man. We make
Not
it
every
work.
5 minutes it seems to freeze on me, so I'll make it quick.
Yeah.
But yeah, one of the things I wanted to highlight that Muletown has done a really good job of is emphasis on the COT. So one Friday a month, we shut down all of our beat downs, and that was today. So it was really fresh in my mind. And we met at one of our sites at the top of this mountain. We call it Slag Mountain. And we build a fire, we sit around the fire, and it's just opportunity for guys to be real and share whatever it is they're going through. And today, my guy Floater was very real about how we as men should behave around women and how to handle temptation. And what was really cool was we invited our 2.0 males to come and just listen and build a foundation of, look, what you're going to experience is normal. Every guy, 99.9% of guys are going to struggle with some kind of issue with the opposite sex. And, if you don't have a man in your life, if you don't have a dad in your life, these guys around the campfire right now can be that guy that you go to when you're struggling with something. So really, really awesome moment. And then looking forward to 2025, we got a guy named Jugs who just moved to town from Nolensville. Nolensville is about 45 minutes away. One of the things I love about F3, you plug and play and you go, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
That's right.
I don't know what he was doing in Nolensville, but when he came to Muletown, he didn't wait for us to say, hey, we need you to step up. He stepped up, and he's challenging our guys to what he's calling Arena Basic Challenge or Basic Training. We have a AO called the Arena, and he's built this very extensive spreadsheet with points and a system that's going to challenge these guys to step up their first step big time in the first quarter of 2025. It's going to be awesome.
Oh, that's outstanding. I love to hear it. I love to hear that.
Maybe
Yeah.
get
First of all, I love that Friday morning thing.
It's
Yeah,
That's a
amazing.
great idea.
That's
Yeah.
a great idea.
Right. And
Maybe
it's not like guys, we're not asking you for extra time because it's hard, man. By the time the workout ends, maybe you can get a cup of coffee and you got to roll, but that's pretty much it. So love what they're doing, man. Great for $2 to check in, brother. Thanks for being a part of the show and coming on and sharing that with us. That was really, really pretty cool. Let's see other guys saying what's up to us. Timeshares there. Hashtag Cubby. Good to see you. Man, good stuff. Thanks for checking in, brothers. Let's see, man. What else? Well, you had a thought there. Let's get.
Hey, I
your
was just
thought
going to
now.
say that the packs that created that spreadsheet and point system, that's a great thing to share on the nation Slack and get other regions motivated. Nobody's motivated like right now at the other side of these holidays and trying
That's
to
right.
jumpstart into January, right?
That's right.
It should be year round, but it's ingrained that it's usually this time of year. So
Yep.
people that have a tool and a resource and something that's like made and put in front of them, oftentimes you can be more successful. So
Yep.
don't hold on to that kind of stuff.
That's right. Heiser, you're on standby in the green room. We're going to go to our man Funny Car who called in and left us a message on the F3 COT hotline. You can always be a part of the show that way as well. 844 for COT packs. And we go to none other than him himself from Virginia Beach. Funny Car with an update for us.
Hello, Kenny, Rapido, Funny Car 61 F3 Hampton Roads, and I'm calling the COT to share a Christmas message with the packs of F3 Nation. I'm a big fan of the movie It's a Wonderful Life, like many people are. One of the reasons I enjoy the movie so much are 3 important messages it shares with us, and I feel each of these messages apply to F3. The first one is the power of prayer, the third F. When George is on the bridge thinking about taking his life, he prays, "Dear Father in heaven, I'm not a praying man, but if you're up there and you can hear me, show me the way. Show me the way." One of the things I look forward to in each workout is a COT when we have prayer requests and prayers, and these prayers do get answered. And just thinking about all the prayers every morning being sent throughout F3 in the Circle of Trust. The second message is a positive impact our good deeds can have on others. The F3 mission statement. George's guardian angel Clarence tells him, "Strange, isn't it? Each man's life touches so many other lives. When he isn't around, he leaves an awful hole, doesn't he?" Just think about when Pax goes missing in action for a few weeks. We miss him. It makes a difference when he's with us, and we enjoy the company every morning of our fellow F3 brothers and the impact they can have on our lives, and also the impact F3 men can have on our lives and our communities through our service projects and good deeds. And the final message is importance of friendships, the second F. When George opens his copy of Tom Sawyer at the end of the movie, Clarence wrote, "Remember, George, no man is a failure who has friends." To me, the greatest benefit of F3 are the friendships we make with the other packs. Most of these guys we probably never would have met if it wasn't for F3. Guys from different vocations, hobbies, journeys in life, ages, and I know during the past 8 years for me, I'm a better man because of the friendships I made with the men of F3, and I couldn't imagine not having those friendships today. So guys, there's my message for a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Thanks for everything y'all do with the Circle of Trust, and to the packs of F3. Just have a great holiday season. Until next time, Funny Car, F3, Hampton Roads.
Nothing like getting to check in with our man, Funny Car, loyal listener, always a great caller. Again, if you want to be a part of the show in the new year, hey, call us over the Christmas break, man. Let us know what kind of Christmas convergences or Christmas Eve or New Year's plans we have. 844-4COT.
Great synopsis on the film and getting into some meaning and just puts me in the spirit. I'm going to burn wood in the fireplace all weekend with Christmas movies on repeat, unless there's football on.
Well, there's only 7 games to watch on Saturday.
Correct.
Repeat. So you got the 3 big college playoff games. You got 2 FCS playoff games and 2 NFL games, one of which is the Ravens and the Steelers. I mean, we are loaded, chock loaded with football this weekend. It's go time.
It's going to have to, I'm going to have to wheel in another TV.
Settle into your soft pants.
It's a cart.
I was already thinking about bringing the bedroom TV down to the living room, having 2 TVs going.
I think I'm going to do that. I think we'll set it up.
I think you should. All right, let's go back to the live phone lines. Hi, sir. You ready? I can see him looking at us. There he is. What's up, bro?
What's going on, guys?
Yo. What's up, man?
What's up, man? Where are you calling in from, dude? Remind me.
Gwinnett, Northeast Atlanta.
How are things going in
Northeast
hot Atlanta? What's happening over there?
Very much a lot of acceleration this year. We're rocking and rolling. Appreciate all you guys do to kind of keep the national vibe going, and we pick up a lot from y'all and implement where we can.
Thanks, man.
Wow, it's exciting, man. So what's this year been like for that region? What's 24 been like? What's 25 look like, man? Tell us what the Packs are up to.
Yeah, I mean, 24, we've had kind of moved around leadership a little bit, but the SLT's really kind of reset and accelerating there. We just hit our 100th FNG for a region, which
nice.
I don't know.
That's a big deal. That sounds like a big deal.
For us, it's been really big. So we've got a bunch of metrics lined up to go after them in the new year. But expect to see those numbers, at least 25-30% increase as we get into it.
Are you guys doing anything specific to, I mean, obviously you're tracking that to know how many FNGs come in, but is there a little secret to that magic? What's happening?
No, it's been organic, but Pax Minor and pulling the data out so we can track it. And it's not something we really looked at much until this year. I'm only 15 months into it, but looking to get some more of the analytics to help us understand how we can go at it. But it's just been relationship. It's really what it's all about.
Cool. And so you said you've been in for 15 months, like that, meaning you've been in F3 for 15 months?
F3, started August. Yeah, started Iron Packs of 23, and I thought it was Iron Packs.
Jump right in.
Year round.
That was your introduction to it?
Let's do this. I'm in.
Well,
so when October hit, I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
But I love it. It's been great.
That's awesome, man. What do you think has been the most impactful thing? Like we always talk about, obviously the fitness brings people out, but what all the other magic that happens is what makes you stay. But if you were to be able to, like, off the top of your head, like what's changed you the most? Is it the physical thing? Is it relationships with other men? Is it impacting your concentrica? Like, I always love to hear like just how it impacts the individual man.
Yeah, sure. So, I mean, the beat downs are awesome. I've worked out consistently most of my life, so that's been great to accelerate in that manner. But it's really been the Q source. We started
nice
second week of January, and we just wrapped up 50 weeks of it, 50 chapters, 50 weeks, and just the practical application of bringing that into the home, into the workplace has been huge. And we're going to do it again this coming year. We're debating right now. We're not debating, but kind of navigating a new location to try to get more packs in.
Yeah.
But the principles of that are just really, really good.
Yeah, there's so many pieces in there. And even if you went through, a formal Q source over the course of the year, even if it's been a while, or even if it was recently, there's so much more to unpack in longer conversations. And there's even little tidbits within which you can build upon. And one thing I've noticed, having read it and then been through the program a few times, and also been through it pretty in depth through a couple of grow rucks as well, when you fold those principles in, there's just little moments of your life or your day or your week where you like, oh yeah, let me think back to this little piece and pull out from there, which is obviously a big deal. Well, that's good, man. Excited for the new year?
I am. Yep.
That's good.
Any big events you're training for, planning on doing in 2025?
We're doing a region-wide Spartan race. So
nice.
Cool.
Yeah,
that'll be fun.
Quasi large. Outside of that, just I'm all about intentionality. So leading the guys well.
Yeah,
great.
That's right. Awesome, dude. Well, thanks for calling, man. Thanks for jumping in.
Thank you much.
Yeah, it was good to meet you and hang out with you.
Merry Christmas,
highs are there. Yeah, Merry Christmas, bro. Checking in from Gwinnett, North.
One of the things on the Q source too is like, let's say you do something in March, and I forget where exactly you'd be in March on aligning with the book, right? But then a work thing happens in August, or a relationship thing, and you put that into practice, and then you just start the Q source thing again in January. And when you get to that section again, you're like, this is what I recall. This was me trying to implement into practice. This is what I learned from it.
That's right.
This is how I may do something different based on all those things combined. So it's not like a one and done reading. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I see Big Load is in the green room, but I don't see him. So Load, if you're ready to go, flip your camera on. There he is. We'll be right with you in 1 second. Guys, one quick note before we check in with the biggest of all loads is that it's not too late to give to F3 Nation. So don't forget, we've got the F3 Nation Foundation, and you can always give to help accelerate the mission of F3, which is really important and incredible. And we need you to do that, but they've got some cool stuff going on. And what I wanted to remind you as we sit here on 20 December is that if you get in a donation before the end of the year, and specifically if you're willing to give $25 a month, we don't take lightly what that means. But if you can give that monthly gift of $25 by December 31st, they've got a great F3 state specific hat that is a beautiful gift that is part of that giving. And so I'd recommend, guys, go check out F3Nation.com, look under the give tab, and consider that. If you can give $83 a month, they've got a Him Challenge coin that is outstanding. So there's some great gifts that then get connected
full of coins
to
behind me.
You don't have that one though, do you?
I do not.
No, you do not. So go to F3Nation.com and please consider in this season of giving, if this thing has meant something to you in your life and has made an impact for you, please consider giving there. All right, let's bring them in. Oh, the biggest of all loads. I got a chuckle out of you. I saw you grinning a little bit.
Yeah. It's almost it's not necessarily an inside joke now, but every time I meet somebody, especially at F3, when we get an FNG and they're like, "What's your name?" I'm like, Big Load, and they're like, "Oh, okay, where's this going?" I'm like, well, guys, listen, yeah. So I when I first came on board and showed up, at that time I was working in logistics, so they're like, "All right, logistics," and I mean, I'm a big guy now, but I was a bigger guy then.
Sure.
And they're like, "Well, we can't do wide load," and I'm like, I mean, I'm okay with that. And I was like, "Look, I've got 5 kids. Well, at that time I had 5 with 1 on the way." And they were like, "Big Load. We already got a gym, Bob, so let's go Big Load." And I'm like, great. Of course, I don't work in logistics anymore, so it's a little awkward. I'm like, I have 6 kids. Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Well, I don't work in cartoon cats anymore either, but I mean, here we are, so it is what.
But he does moonlight in Japanese anime.
That's absolutely accurate.
You got to do what you got to do.
Where are you calling in from, man? Where's F3 home for you?
I'm out of the Beast region, so right outside of Birmingham, Alabama, Trussville. Alabama.
Yeah, roll tide, trustful, roll tide. Oh, Warriors.
Well, I'm a Georgia fan, so go Dogs.
Oh wow.
Well, you're in the
Enemy
playoff and they're
territory.
not. So
Yeah,
that trustful area is beautiful. Big fan of the Vulcan statue. So love some
Yeah.
Birmingham and love some
Tracy Lawrence, paint me a Birmingham.
I love
That's
some
good.
Dreamland barbecue is what I
Hey,
love.
Dreamland's good stuff. Good stuff. I mean, I'm a transplanted Georgia boy, so I've had to make do with, meet a girl in college and you end up in Alabama. So what are you going to do, right?
All right,
God,
so
if I had a nickel every time.
no doubt. How long you been hitting the F3 thing? You might have said it at the beginning, but tell us.
Yeah, so I've been doing F3 for 4 years. Actually just had my 4-year anniversary in November.
Congrats.
But something that kind of happens. I hit that 2-year mark and just kind of faded out. Had a personal loss. My mom passed away, and I went she passed away in June, and then I went and did Grow Ruck 31 in August, and it was great. Yeah, I was fired up, and then tore my labrum in my shoulder, and basically took over a year and a half off. And this May, we were sitting there on Slack just talking. One of the guys were like, well, we know Big Load's not going to show up. And I was like, who knows? I might throw an HC. And they're like, yeah, right. And I was like, oh, okay, it's on. So I went from that to automatically jumping right back into it. And in August started 75 hard with the help of a couple other guys here. And I just had all my 2.0s come home from school.
All good,
so
bro.
If it gets
That's
crazy.
Hey, we know that life well, brother.
Yeah. So I went from 75 hard, and I wouldn't be where I am now. I ended up losing 30 pounds, got back feeling better, mentally being where I needed to be. But it was all because of the packs. Not necessarily people reaching out hey man, we miss you. I showed up and I did rucks and the basic stuff, but I didn't push myself. I wasn't going into the workouts. I wasn't going to a beat down all right, how hard can I go? It was more okay, I made an appearance. You got Big Load, you got your mumble chatter, life's great.
Yeah.
And I needed more than that.
Man.
Yeah, so if I hadn't been called out by Husky and Scrum, they're the ones that really inspired me to do it. And then I hit 75 hard and I was like, hey guys, here's an idea. I'm thinking about doing this. And Voodoo and Spit Valve really jumped in with me, and we completed it. We got through the 75 hard. And then in our region, we've got this thing, if you hit 100 beatdowns in a row, you get knighted. So you can add Sir to your name in Slacks.
Oh,
yeah,
what?
and what's awesome is we already had a guy that did it earlier in the year, Hammy, who's been on before talking about his thing with his brother.
Yeah.
And so he did it, and then we have another guy, Wario, who's had, I think this year alone, 273 workouts. Or maybe 3. He might be at 308. Maybe it's 308. Dude's a beast, right?
Yeah.
Well, we were we hit 75 hard. We only need, another 30 workouts. And so we completed our 100 right at Thanksgiving week. And then we had another guy that he had to take some time off. He just hit his 100. Voodoo did that on Thursday. So it's just been awesome, man. Because up until
we are in the presence then of royalty, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir
Yes,
Big
sir.
Load.
But honestly, if what was crazy is up until May 29th, I only had 50 beatdowns in, and I will finish this year at 200.
Whoa!
So from May to now, I've got 150 in.
Congratulations, brother.
That's
amazing.
outstanding. Way to do it, and way to get back in. Way not to let it sort of drift. And dude, to see you get back into it's inspiring. It's got me a little motivated. We had a little Anna and Elsa in the background there.
Oh, dude, I've got it all.
Let it go. So this is
that's
just
the
whole
3-year-old.
Oh yeah,
so good. Brother,
that's amazing, man. And the Sir piece with 100 posts.
So
in a
cool.
row.
That's great.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty epic. We're proud of that.
It's the little things that make this thing just such a special thing.
Yeah, hey man, and thank you guys for what y'all do. I mean, we really appreciate everything. Especially from Slaughter, Dark Helmet, everybody. Yeah. I mean, you guys are amazing, and we wouldn't be where we are without you guys. So thank you very much for all that.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate that. We'll pass on to you guys.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas,
dude.
Big Load.
Sir Big Load to you. That's Sir Big to you, commoner. All right, brother. Catch you later. I like that idea.
Such a peon when it comes to these packs.
Oh, so good. Hey, here's James Green. What's up,
Look
fellas?
at
Been a long
you.
time. What's up, Badlands?
We missed you at the Christmas party last night.
I know he's out there doing his green level thing.
I know. I need to
So good.
get back with him on some stuck.
Well, maybe you should. All right, listen, bro. Before we call this thing a wrap, we got to get to the quote worth repeato. We can't round out a show without one. I've got it waiting in the wings. Do you want to set it up?
Sure. You gotta flash it up there for me. But this came from none other than our first guest of the day. Your dad, the nation's general, Red Bear. And every now and again, he's so good to just pull you and I into a text thread and just like feed us something like fire and motivation and perspective. And he sent this quote, and for those that aren't watching a screen, it's the highest of distinctions is service to others. And that's King George the Sixth. Is that VI?
Well, VI would be 6. Yes.
Yeah. The highest of distinctions is service to others. And that got us talking.
Simple. Right.
Super simple. But that got us talking in that text thread about you can't have leadership without service and how you can't decouple those. And it's just some good, solid perspective. And when you think about what we're trying to do as a high impact man in your Concentrica and your region and your office, all those things, it starts with the service of others and putting yourself third or even further back in the
And I think I even said you can have service without leadership. You can go serve without leadership per se, but to be a leader, and specifically in the parlance of F3, to be a virtuous leader, if it's not rooted in service, then you're missing a major, if not the major component. Love, I would say, is component numero uno, service number 2. And those are also sort of in and of themselves.
Yeah.
Right. But super short, but very poignant quote to round us out. And because I checked out King George the Sixth. He's not one of the bad King Georges.
I looked
for
him
the
up
revolutionaries among us.
Right.
I looked into it.
He wasn't one of the old ones where we said, you know what?
Not the tyrant King George.
We disagree.
That's right.
And here's your tea. No, it's good. I looked him up too to make sure. He was like 50, 60 years ago, 70 years ago.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Turn of the century kind of guy.
Yeah.
Well, bro, what do you think, man? You ready to wrap it up here?
I guess. I mean,
We're having such a great time.
I got a couple of work things that have to get taken care of today.
I need to
since I'm not going to do much for the rest of the year through New Year's, and so I should do that before all those kids come home.
Yep.
But yeah. So.
Yep. All right. Good. Love you, bro.
All right, man. Love you too. Good
see you later. Yes.
Yes. Hopefully see you later. Depends on number 3.
Depends on all the things. To the men of F3 Nation. Another man hasn't told you to stay. We love you. We do.
Yep.
We love you. It's been a great year. We love what you're doing in your regions. Don't stop now. Keep going. Get a little downtime. Get a little recharge. Lean into that family. Put that phone away on Christmas Eve and Christmas morning and all that, right? Get that phone away. Spend some time with those who make this season the best it can be. And remember why we celebrate while we're here over the next week. But enjoy it and then go out there and just sprint into your new year. All right. We'll see you guys later. This has been the F3 Circle of Trust.